Hello, everybody. Yeah. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the match of the Hanamura Hotshots versus the Guangzhou Gangsters. We are in the advanced placement, and the games are shortly going to happen real soon. We are very excited. I'm here with Akimbo as my side caster.
Hello there. It is I. This is these are two teams who at the start of the season, at least, they were seen as, a more bottom range team, but Hanamura is looking a lot better. Meanwhile, Guangzhou, is kind of keeping that reputation of being just a meh team below average. So, Guangzhou is really going to need to pull some serious stuff off if they want to, take over Hanamura here. But the Hotshots definitely are favorited here.
Definitely. Although I am sure that they have probably planned something around the Hanamura Hotshots, so I'm going to be giving them the benefit of the doubt if they have some secret plan.
Yeah, you never really know with Advanced Division at this point. That's just based on the few games that I've watched. It's kind of all over the place. So we'll have to see. It looks like Ilios is going to be first map here. There was mixed responses.
Ooh, control point. I mean, either way, both team needs the win. If one team wins, they'll be higher above, since right now they're both tied, 2 wins, 4 losses.
Yeah, this could be a really good chance to maybe, get that higher chance at stepping into playoffs here. But it'll be interesting for sure.
Exactly.
So
Both team has something to lose and something to win, so
yeah, a lot of pressure riding on this match, even though it might seem like, a boring one between two lesser teams. It'll be fun to watch. I'm sure that both teams did quite a bit of preparing to go into this.
mhm.
So we're currently just waiting on I'm assuming we're just waiting for them to say that they're ready. So yes, it is Ilios, despite the mixed response.
Well, at least we'll know we'll be starting off on control point. Now, I haven't really watched much of these teams as I'm from the novice division myself, but I'm going to have to really guess that the Hanamura Hotshots will have this one first.
Yeah, just results wise, at least recently. If you look at it like that, then yeah, you can definitely see that. I haven't seen too much advanced either. Really, the most of what I've seen in advanced was the last game that I casted between Easy and the Flock. So I don't know too much about these teams. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun to see.
I think it'll be very exciting to see how each team plays and goes against.
Yeah, especially, with Hanamura, with this rebuild, taking out these mid-tier teams and, Guangzhou, I don't know exactly, but I think they made a couple of changes, so we'll have to see.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Flawless was on Hanamura actually at the beginning of the season, but now he is, switched over, so maybe he had some intel? You never know.
Ooh, quite possibly, yes. Although I do think the Hanamura will be coming into this with the more, I guess you could say momentum, since they've won the last few games they've played.
Yeah, for sure. They on paper right now they look to be the favorites here, but since I love the Gangsters branding, I'm still rooting for them in my heart. So
Oh, definitely. Honestly, it's going to be very impressive to see. Honestly, if the game goes to map 5, I really won't be surprised.
yeah, I agree. It really just depends on whether or not Guangzhou's ready to show themselves this week. So we're still waiting for an R. So we're just talking as much as we can.
Oh, definitely. Got to fill up that gap time. Oh,
Yeah, yeah, the Hanamura Hotshots asked for a little bit of extra time. Maybe they're waiting for, yeah, I'm assuming that they're just waiting for somebody to get back, or
yeah.
they're waiting for somebody who's in their starting lineup that isn't here.
Or quite possibly they could just be getting a few more coaching ideas from.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Guangzhou is at least said there are. They're ready. All right,
All
let's
right,
go.
here we go into the game.
So with Ilios, you definitely can see a serious variety of comps, especially depending on the map type. You know, we can maybe see like a Widow coming out on Ruins. I've seen Sigma on Well, even. There's a lot of stuff that can happen. But we're not on either of those two maps. We're on Lighthouse, so it'll be interesting.
I wonder which composition each team will go.
Yeah, there's a lot of variety in this map, like I just said. So,
There is. Ooh.
okay, we see the Ryan Diva coming out from both sides. But the Symmetra and the Hanzo, that's the main difference here.
Yeah,
It's just a
although
mirror on all other fronts.
it's quite possible if they stick on the Symmetra, they're gonna be wanting map control by playing it slow and getting really, I guess you could say, aggressive positioning.
Yeah, taking positioning on that point that it's just a square. It's like Nepal. It's I think yeah, village.
Yeah.
It's just a little square. You have to go in through those turrets to get there, and that's just free damage basically to start off the fight.
Yep, here we go, as they
And they
immediately
stick with
round
it.
up, meeting in the exact same points. We'll have to see. They both
They both
entering on a
quick
point going
point
into an
presence.
immediate brawl. Wait, already? Well, that's impressive. The Hanamura Hotshots is already beginning. No, the Guangzhou is already beginning to take map control.
Yeah, it's just kind of a standoff here at point.
Yep.
Hanamura tries to throw the stun, but it doesn't seem to do much. As yeah, Guangzhou takes first control of the point here.
Yep.
We'll have to see the approach that that
Yep. Hanamura already
Look,
coming up
Hanamura.
on a nano, immediately using it. They're gonna want to have to take an aggressive positioning. Already with the shatter.
Oh, Joshua gets 3.
Hanamura able
The
to win this
beat
out.
comes out kind of late from Geo. That wasn't the smartest. I guess it's just to stall out time.
They might
I'm
want
most
to be
impressed
doing
by
that.
the speed that Geo farmed up that beat. I'm gonna be honest. I mean,
Exactly.
there's still fighting happening.
Hanamura
They're still
not
contesting.
winning it. They are. It seems like Guangzhou are wanting to stall this out as much as they can to win it back with the Symmetra. Already
They
with
also got
the,
the Blizzard. And
they're just stalling it out. It's possible.
Guangzhou, I think they're gonna take it back here.
Oh my God, Hanamura.
That Sim CP was crucial there for the speed of the of that fight because that gets you right across a really far gap, and that makes you come back really quickly. It's great for respawns in those kinds of situations, and they used it perfectly.
It cuts off the couple of seconds it gets the point, managing for them to immediately stagger back on slowly.
Yeah, and
with
Kings
the
is backing back as well with the bomb.
Yep, here they go. Let's see how they engage on this. Oh, they're wanting to engage with the Blizzard.
Very early. Flawless gets bursted down due to the freeze.
However, we need to
He's still alive,
see it.
though.
But we have to make sure that they're able to actually... Hanamura has a problem with that first fight when it actually came to defeating people. But it seems that they're starting to finish people off.
Yeah, Northern takes out 2 there. 3!
Ooh, Northern making sure that they finish off the pigs and they're gonna take point, but it is in one fight territory.
Yeah, you look at the grand scheme of things, 95% to the point, and there's... While Hanamura does have quite a few... 5 ultimates coming up, it's still definitely winnable for Guangzhou. Maybe they could take a dry fight here, get all 6 of their ultimates up, and then they can just go in, press Q.
Quite possibly.
See, so a teleport up to the high ground.
Taking the high ground. I'm guessing they're slowly dropping down, taking their time, trying to get a pick or something.
Ooh, Sim looking for the wall, Dave.
Yep, getting the wall in, Nano, and getting the big shatter. However,
And the
they're
bomb comes out as
counter-shattering,
well.
but the
Takes on
Symmetra
Tiny
shield
Move.
is there to protect them. Ooh, another big shatter out, but Ping's managing to get his first 2 picks. They're actually going to be able to have map control because the Hanamura Hotshot has no placement. They've already lost the fight. And immediately switching, they're going into stall picks to immediately hold this.
Yeah, Glacial tries to stall it out as best as he can with the ice block, but it doesn't look like it'll go to too much effect as Geo boops off Northern.
They're immediately making sure that they have map control, rotating around, getting all the doors. unfortunately, it seems that Hanamura Hotshots are just not able to take point presence, and they're going to end up losing this first match.
Yeah, I mean, it was well found on both sides, but the crucial part of that was definitely that second fight there, because it took so much time, and while that time was going on, Guangzhou just had point control that entire time, and percent was just going up, and by the time that they finally lost point, it was one fight territory, so it's very easy to, you know, go back in with that.
Exactly. The Symmetra gave them just the advantage overall. They were just able to slowly stay there. If one of their teammates got picked off, they could just teleport there.
Exactly. And you know, with a fairly low speed comp, that's very important. But speaking of, now Guangzhou looking to take a dive approach with the Widowmaker.
Ooh, this will be an interesting fight. The Mei is definitely able to really isolate off the dive, so if they mess up even once, the Hanamura Hotshots can capitalize on it.
Yeah, they have to make sure to either stick together or try to isolate down that Mei and take her out quickly.
Already, Northern already almost at half health, having to heal up, so they're gonna engage slowly. Seems that they're fighting on point presence, but Hanamura Hotshots are not wanting to really commit to this fully.
Yeah, Hanamura taking it slow, waiting for that right there, a pick onto Chaos, a great headshot from Glacial.
Immediately they're gonna collapse onto point, taking their presence, making sure that the
Both DPS are down as well as Flawless. Flawless kind of went in on his own. I guess that's maybe to stall out the point, but I mean, kind of cost him there. Both their DPS were already down, so it was a lost fight. It would have been best to just try to back up, but
it was
here we are.
definitely just a reset as they immediately go back to Reinhardt and McCree. Yeah.
So, you know, you look at ultimates, nothing much, but Tiny Moo already to that dragon, coming it up very quickly, and with the swaps that Guangzhou, you know, take here, that kind of kills their ultimate economy. So
yeah, they're gonna be
all that you really see is Seiyun.
They have to dry push. While Hanamura Hotshots and Lucio slept but woken up immediately afterwards. This is gonna have to be a slow fight, and they're gonna nano in already.
Come out.
Falling
really low, finally gets taken out.
Getting the McCree though, they're even at this moment. However, Chaos gets picked, Hanamura Hotshots, and managing to click this out by getting 2 necessary picks. And saving out the Blizzard.
Really good to split. The Dragon split Dab off, and he was really low on health. So that's kind of just a free kill right there. That was really smart.
Exactly. So, Hanamura Hotshots were also able to get 2 ultimates out of that, quite possibly 3, while Guangzhou are really only able to get 2 upcoming ults, and possibly
they didn't get much out of that fight, and once again, it just looks like another advantage for Hanamura.
And we'll have to see. They don't have Nano, but they are coming up on a sound barrier, so we'll have to see how this fight turns out. They're wanting to take the more
Chaos walls really low. Both walls come out, but nothing of value comes out. Glacial
Blizzarding immediately. They're gonna sound barrier and take more defensive.
Flawless gets taken out though.
Even slowly. However, we're gonna come out with a Diva Bomb, and it seems like Guangzhou might actually have point control. Hanamura should be giving this up, but they're wanting to stagger this out as much as they can to get to that 99%.
One thing I must say that was really big there was, I believe Joshua got stunned out of his Earth Shatter there. I think he might have gotten frozen. Yeah. So that's, or did he get flashed? I'm not sure. But
yeah, he was hit with every CC in the game, quite possibly.
Yeah, that's bad. And now Northern's getting staggered out. Finally jumps off.
Yeah, so, it seems.
I mean, you look at it though, it's kind of deja vu to last round, but reversed. Now Hanamura's in 1 fight territory to win this, and they have ultimates coming up.
This is true. I mean, Guangzhou does have the ult economy, and they've seemed to understand how to, I guess, rotate their ultimates and split off. So let's see if they can really capitalize it. Oh, immediately going in with Dragons
quickly. It splits them. That's really good. They nano geoed on Lucio.
Yep, it may have been an accident or to keep him alive, but they're gonna have to engage on it. Flawless getting picked, and immediately they're using their Blizzard to keep them off point. And High Noon.
Stab with High Noon. Neither of them really get much, but it kind of zones them off, and it gives them a little bit of time to reposition.
And Flawless having to switch onto the Wrecking Ball to immediately get back to point. Right now, it's honestly just a slow brawl. But
he picks down 2 though.
Hanamura managing to get the necessary picks to go up, coming with the Diva Bomb, getting nothing. Ooh, if they don't come up with anything, that they are going to end up losing this. However, they are running into a more dive composition to try to get back to point. But I don't think they'll have this.
Yeah, it doesn't
has the
appear so.
shatter to stall it out.
It's a capture there. The only hope is really Dav, but he gets walled. Oh,
ooh,
somebody
the
is on
solo
point.
shatter onto Chaos.
Chaos.
How dirty. It seems Guangzhou wanting
frozen
to
up.
try to get this back. Sound barriering in. They're looking for a
great
pick.
barrier. Dragon's already fucked up again.
Yeah, the only problem is that I don't think they have the necessary utensils to get a pick. They're just stalling this out for a chance, but they don't really have much of an opportunity.
Chaos is back with no chance to get solo shot, but he doesn't touch.
Going to the map 3 on control points. So far, it's been kind of hard to tell who has the edge in it.
Yeah, it looks to me so far like Guangzhou. I feel like it was just that element of surprise with the Symmetra that really got them there. You know, they kind of out-cheesed Hangzhou or Hanamura, so...
Definitely.
Interesting. So, Tiny Moo, pulling out the signature Pharah here. I believe last week he got a 6K at one point on the Pharah, so...
Yes, definitely, but it seems like Guangzhou are wanting to run the the Widowmaker, so they might be predicting this just a tiny bit. However, it doesn't matter if you have a hit
or double sniper.
Yes, it doesn't matter how much.
Double sniper typically fairly successful against so far, so we'll have to see.
Yeah. Let's hope that their snipers are able to actually get a lot of pick and value, but Mercy almost taken out of the sky.
Yeah, gotta watch out for Dav and Chaos because they're fairly talented DPS players.
Yep, immediately it seems that they're
Pharah.
Hanamura is just losing this point control immediately as the dive is able to play around them.
It's an even fight though. If they can just kind of regroup a little bit, and then yeah, they can push back in before they can even cap. And I mean, they still have a chance at winning this as Tiny moves back on Pharah now.
Well, they're still playing even. No one really taking control of the point, just trying to figure out who has this, but they're diving in. However, the Pharah is back on point, so it might be able to play this around.
Oh, but Pascal's not taken out. He actually, he 1v1s the Winston with the help of MK on Mercy. They give up the point, but, oh, okay. This is so back and forth.
Yes, this is kind of a messy fight. Everyone's out of positioning, just trying to get some map
Tiny Moo. Is it winnable or not? I can't
I don't think it is, but Ping is just refusing to leave. He's killed most of the Hanamura people. However, with this kickoff, yeah, they're gone. But they still have point control. Doesn't
Northern
really
uses bomb to remake.
Yes, it is.
It's so back and forth right now. Everybody on the side of Hanamura is regrouped right now. They're ready to push in. Flawless jumps in alone right now.
Guangzhou immediately going with the primal and the... I hear the high noon coming up, but it doesn't get anyone as the Widow immediately picks them off. Guangzhou is just able to keep point control. It seems Hanamura is just not capitalizing on anything. With the dive composition, they're able to get small picks and stay alive forever. However,
this is what I love about Advanced, the fact that fights are so back and forth. And it was very hard to tell whether or not it was winnable on the side of Hanamura until basically the end of the fight. So there's just small mistakes that you need to avoid really in this elo because it's so easy to capitalize on those whenever you recognize them.
They do leave the Pharah going straight to double snipers too.
Yeah, that's a good swap, but Flawless gets nanoed as well as the bomb coming out. No shield to block it. It's a little high, but it takes on MK.
Guangzhou's using a lot of ults just to make sure that they control the point. Hanamura also using defensive ults such as Sound Barrier to try to really defend themselves, but it doesn't work out as they switch back to Mercy. Right now, Hanamura's ult economy is just completely crazy. They only have a nano coming up on this fight.
Yeah, and it's last fight here. This is the decisive fight right here. The aggressive beat from Geode.
Initiate. They want to get that Mercy. They want to make sure that they have no heals immediately getting off the Hanzo. They already have the advantage. Unless they can pull something out of their rear going up with the Diva Bomb, they won't be able to get this. As Guangzhou immediately...
Northern gets nobody, and that's a lost fight.
This is,
and that's a lost map. Guangzhou looking pretty good, honestly.
It is. Honestly, it seemed that they had no idea. Well, the map isn't over yet, but they are stalling. But honestly, with a few comments we've able to be seen here, it just seems that Guangzhou just has a better understanding of dive and taking people out. Hanamura had the problem with finishing kills.
Yeah, I mean, I want to give a lot of credit to Chaos and Dav there because just the pressure that they applied. You didn't see them too much in the kill feed, but like every time that Orisa shield was just getting melted.
It was.
Immediately.
Ping was also getting the necessary picks to stall it out. I think he really helped in that fight.
Yeah, I mean, that first fight was so winnable on the side of Hanamura, but they just weren't capitalizing on the picks that they could have gotten. There were so many times where like you have somebody isolated, but you don't follow up, and that's gonna cost you.
And every time they initiated, Chaos had a dragon every fight. He was able to split them off immediately. Honestly,
I mean, it was close though. I mean, either team could have really taken that map. Honestly, if Hanamura just got those few more extra kills. But what it's looking like is Volskaya is actually coming up here, so that's gonna be fairly interesting.
It will. It was still very impressive. It is something that we expected to come into this fight, a really close fight, just to see who will win.
What's the other map? What's the other map choice for 2CP? Horizon? Yeah, Volskaya is obviously the favorite out of those two.
Definitely.
And side flips as well. Hanamura opting to Guangzhou opting for defense first.
Yes. It is quite possible that they have planned for this.
In general, that makes sense because you want to know the standards that you have to reach. Like, you know, if you hold them down to one tick, then it's kind of just less time that you're wasting.
As well as it's just less stressful to fight in for.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, good decision on their part.
And it's quite possible that the Gangsters are going to run dive when they attack. So if they are able to know how much they have left, they can go for the more risky plays when it's their attack.
I mean, yeah, they seem to have a pretty good understanding of dive. On that Winston specifically, and that double sniper dive. While on paper it doesn't seem like it worked too well, they really pulled it off there. Maybe that was just an Ilya's well thing, but we'll have to see. You know, Volskaya, you know, kind of like Ilias, there's quite a few strategies that you can run on both offense and defense, and you know they can all be viable. So we'll have to see.
Yeah.
More just rock, paper, scissors kind of style instead of just going one meta.
But I will be looking out since one of the teams ran us some Metro last time. It's quite possible that we'll see more weird and confusing compositions that we just don't understand but end up working out.
You never know. Welcome to Advanced.
Welcome to Advanced indeed. And by far, this is a really memorable fight. Honestly,
5 seconds.
Which players are you seeing that so far are making the plays that are necessary to?
I'm gonna have to give it mainly to the DPS and Geode on the side of Guangzhou because they've been making so much impact. Geode specifically on Lighthouse, I believe. He was getting a lot of crucial boofs and just in general like good picks. And then the DPS have just been remaining consistent, applying all that pressure. So I'm just overall, I just find Guangzhou to be performing incredibly well.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to give some love to the tanks of Guangzhou because Ping has just shown his dominance with his diva plays, but he's going on the Orisa for this one.
Yeah, both off tanks looking really good, but we'll have to see, you know, if that main tank, you know, be shown with things.
Yeah,
I don't
double
know
shield, double sniper. They'll have a lot of map control, but they have to make sure that they're rotating. Because all Hanamura has to do is just get the one pick and they can snowball this easily, especially with Pisco's ability to get fast nanos. There we are, immediately Hanamura is getting picked off. They're having to regroup, heal up, slowly going into the fight. Chaos almost getting picked up and managing to survive, and they're having to play around walls just to make sure that they don't get anything. However, Flawless already on to a shatter, but Chaos immediately getting the necessary picks, getting the anti and capitalizing onto it. That is insane already with the shatter.
Okay, so you look at that fight and you see, okay, Hanamura just got that choke point for free basically. So that's like kind of a set advantage, and you know Northern's just kind of getting staggered out.
The stagger. As good as the
So,
take flawless is, that uncalculated. Chaos is
uncalculated,
going to be
yeah.
coming. However, I will have to say this, is that Guangzhou is coming up with the more ults. Chaos is halfway to his dragons. And
Yeah, and
Hanamura
Flawless has shatters, so
yeah, and Hanamura has nano. They can initiate on nano, but it just seems that Guangzhou just understands how to get their picks. They're hitting everything that they need to hit. Here comes Instant
one
Fire,
misses.
immediately on point. A big
And
anti
BOT
coming
cuts
out.
anyway. They
What?
need to, they're getting picks before fights really even start, and that's an issue. And that missed wall from Glacial
Yeah. Oh,
hit hard, because if he was able to isolate Flawless or something, and they were able to pick him off, that's not just a shield, but that's also Earth Shatter gone from that fight.
I
So
have
mean,
to
it's
say,
really crucial to hit those walls.
Guangzhou's Ana is insane. Immediately get those two fights, two big antis, so they're able to win it with a dry fight. They're coming up on almost all their ultimate.
That's very true. Seiyun looking really good.
Let's see. Oh, they're
I'm liking
actually
how both
rotating.
Pascal and Seiyun are playing right now.
They're
but
rotating. Immediately going out with the dragons.
The dragon
They're split. They're stuck in.
takes out Tiny
Immediately
Moon.
getting picked off. They're not.
This has happened every fight. Somebody's gotten picked before an engagement even happens.
Yes,
And
Hanamura
that's
is not
just
going to be able to
progress.
engage on this.
Are they gonna try to back up? If
They're
not,
gonna
then
have
like
Diva Bomb
maybe
and
they could just try to
Shatter.
push in.
Yes, they need to peel for their for their McCree. That's why they're retreating backwards. But all they're doing is wasting time. They're playing scared. But they're rotating more to the left this time, probably wanting to get the high ground and rotate all around. What they need to do is pressure that Ana. They get that Ana, they win. They're ice walling to make sure that they don't get anyone picked off immediately. Ooh, they're taking the high ground presence, however, not getting much. They're kind of just getting slowly picked on, jumping right back on a point. We're getting the ultimate, but however, they're actually
That's a
able to
good
get the first
start.
pick off, getting
Oh,
the
and
shatter
Shatter
off,
gets blocked.
blocking everyone. Chaos managing to get the pick, but the Shatter's going off. It seems that Guangzhou is actually going to be losing this fight as Hanamura manages to get the high ground, getting the necessary picks from that high angle.
Yeah, and you know, something that was really big, Flawless would have probably shattered 3 or 4 there, and that could have turned the tide, but Joshua with the block. Joshua did really well there. He took out multiple with his shatter as well, so.
Yeah, it still was
play.
impressive. And
And only
Hanamura
2 ultimates were used, so Hanamura has 4 ultimates here.
Yeah, they could just run up, immediately try to snowball it if they want. However, I think they'll be wanting to play it slowly, get the necessary pick. Up, using the high noon to isolate, make sure that they can just walk in, take point presence, and they have it definitely. But they're gonna Blizzard in a second. It's gonna be up to the job of Ping to eat it if they can, but Ping doesn't. And they're able to sound barrier duel to make sure they can stall out the fight, but the Diva Bomb is coming out. Glacial getting flawless. So Hanamura Hotshot having the advantage here. They need to pick it off. It is 2 CP, so all they have to do is just run back slowly, or they're isolating them off. Guangzhou not able to get any picks. They're just having to stagger onto point slowly, just try to figure something out. However, Hanamura Hotshot is able to get the snowball in, and they're taking point control. However, the Wrecking Ball is staying on point. It's messy, but
Incredible
it's working.
focus fire. Everybody who touches point just gets deleted, and that's
An amazing
left on
second point.
Volskaya.
2 minutes and 39 seconds. That's
For how
amazing.
terrible their start was, that's a great comeback, and that's a really good time bank.
Yes. I think that Guangzhou was kind of ill-prepared going onto that second point. They were just recovering, but Hanamura immediately went in. They were isolating. Guangzhou was so split that they couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah, Guangzhou, they knew that they had that ultimate advantage there. They had 4 ultimates instantly using that high noon. Free push, just free space. Now, Glacial did miss that mail, and that would have had a chance to, like, to cost them, but, I mean, that focus fire was really, really good.
It was. Once they split both the teams off, they just managed to get it. I'll have to say, Hanamura Hotshots Reinhardt did do very well. The tanks have really been... I think the tanks, as much as the DPS and the healers, have been just showing themselves to be important.
Yeah, whenever an engagement actually happens, in my opinion, it's really that tank battle that's incredibly important, but, I mean, not many did happen because, I mean, on the start of first point, almost every fight, you know, somebody was dead before the fight even started, so it was hard to push in, but as soon as that engagement actually happened, you could just tell that, you know,
Yeah, we're gonna have to be paying more attention to these Annas and these Reinhardts. They are doing amazing. Here they are going into the engage. Immediately rotating around to the left side of point, wanting to get that wall and point control. However, Chaos is
missed. That's a free engagement right there, and they take it.
That is. And Chaos does have the high ground. He's uncontested. The D.Va actually going now. But their Hanamura is split.
Lawless keeps getting CC'd, and he finally gets taken out, and the wall.
They're isolating Hanamura not wanting to capitalize on this because they are low, but Chaos managing to get the Ana. This is not.
They just need a kind of soft reset there as Geode goes back to speed back the Reinhardt. If they can just kind of group up, don't die.
This is not good on the side of Hanamura. They're just stuck there. They're one down.
Yeah.
Oh. However, it seems that they're wanting. Oh, but the big anti coming out, and the Nano immediately just to save their teammate.
Chaos used this dragon. That's sort of a waste, but it's okay.
I definitely think it was to finish out the fight, but they aren't gonna have a dragons coming into this. However, they do have more time. But even then, more time does not equal a better chance in winning.
I mean, it kind of does, but not really.
I mean, more in the sense of like, if they're not able to win the fight.
You see 5.5 minutes here, and you see that, you know, they don't have too many ultimates here. Maybe take a dry push? You know, try to draw out, you know, the high noon or the bomb or the nano. If you can do that and successfully, you know, farm up your shatter or something, that's good. That's a fight advantage.
Chaos Northern already getting Chaos in.
Chaos kind of pushed a little too far there without his team, you know, going in with him to help him.
Yeah, Chaos is a very good Hanzo, but I think he just needs to remember that he is not in control of this map right now. Hanamura takes the control. They have the high ground. They have the advantage. And with that pick, look at that. Hanamura almost on 6 ultimates, right now going on 5. It doesn't matter how they play it. They have the advantage in this fight, using dual high noons. Both being D.Va Bomb coming out on the side of Hanjo, but they're immediately Mei ulting to stop them, and then the sound barriering to initiate. Immediately.
Okay.
I mean, both teams went with a similar push.
3 ultimates out of the 6 came out there from Hanamura. But then you look at it, there were quite a few ultimates committed from Guangzhou as well. So
I think it's equal. Both are gonna have around. Well, Guangzhou's gonna have around 4 ults going into this fight, but Hanamura has around only 3.
Yeah, that one ultimate can, you know, make a serious impact. So we'll have to see, you know, how it's used, because, you know, just having ultimates isn't everything. You have to use them, and you have to do it, you know, properly.
Yes. But Guangzhou's McCree already low. Let's see how they're nanoing in and isolating off. They're gonna be able to take this free fight win. Immediately I hear the dragons going off, but not really getting anyone.
Chaos
managing to get the McCree though, taking control on point, but he's alone.
Chaos is kind of just throwing ultimates into like already won or already lost fights, and it's, I don't know, Chaos, you know, talented player, but
well, it seems that he just wanted to throw out the dragons, hopefully get a pick, but he immediately switches to the Mei so they can have more point control. I will say that they probably could have won with a pretty good dragons, but let's see how their Mei works out on here. They didn't manage. I think they did manage to bait out the nano though, so at least they'll have no defensive ult when it comes to support for immediately engaging with the Ana, but then
that can get multiple. Not gets
one going way too far, getting. Ooh, the Hanamura already down on a low pick. They're even.
They shatter and take out Flawless though, and that's big. And Tinymoo takes out Dav in his high noon. Tinymoo takes down 3.
I think the sad fact about this fight is that Hanamura is able to play as slow as they want, as far as they want. All they have to do is get 1 pick and they win. The moment that Flawless fell, they lost that team fight.
Yeah, and with that fight, Hanamura is guaranteed to have more time. All that Guangzhou is looking for is some amount of time, so that they have a chance to win this map.
Yeah, Guangzhou, no McCree, they're only coming up on a D.Va Bomb. Let's see, they need a dry push so they can get out this McCree, they can get out this Nano, they can get out most of these ults. Immediately the high noon coming out. But look, they just
Great wall, but
rotate.
the speed boost coming around.
They're not going to get
No,
anything.
it ends.
It's I guess you could say wasted, but not really, as it just keeps time out of their pockets. And here they go, going to engage on this. They're going to want to pick. Immediately nanoing
Official
in so
gets
they can try to
nanoed.
get something. Ice walled off, however, it doesn't split much of the enemy team off. Immediately,
Wall.
Guangzhou getting isolated. Flawless getting picked off again. There's way too split. Hanamura is just having this control. They're playing way better, unfortunately. And that body just going into the air, too.
Yeah, it's basically one fight territory right now if they want to capture with time here for the side of Guangzhou. But then you look at it, that's 5 ultimates coming up, so there's definitely a chance. You know, we can't rule them out just yet, but, you know, it's looking slim.
I think if Hanamura gets this McCreal halfway through the fight, they'll be able to win it, but let's see if Guangzhou can take this into... Oh, immediately blizzarding in, and an anti! But then they counter blizzard, but then...
The bomb, that's huge!
Oh,
Flawless is down!
let's see if they can make something of it. They don't have the advantage. They're in one fight territory now. They only have one fight chance left. Look at... And guess what? The high noon for Hanamura is coming up. They might actually full hold on second point. Not even a tick is taken.
Yeah, looking at it, there is no chance right now for Guangzhou to win the map. Like, and that's not even an insult, they're just out of time.
No, yeah, they are out of time. They don't have any ult economy. Ashes just come on, so let's see if they can make something out of it. But no! Ana already picked on the side. And then they're capitalizing it. They're making sure that they can't even touch.
Similar things that happened to last round, really. You know, somebody dies before the engagement happens, and, you know, that's most likely a lost fight.
This
Dio
is
tries to
impressive
beat,
on
but
the
it's
side of
too late.
Hanamura. Now using their ults, they're making sure they're
That is
finishing it
too.
out. Lucio trying to stall on, Flawless switching onto the Wrecking Ball, but he's not going to be able to make it. And with a almost not even close fight, the Hotshots win.
1-1 in the series. I mean, you know, somebody who is within this VC right now expected a 3-0, so I mean, Guangzhou is at least defying expectations.
They are.
And I mean, they looked pretty good on the defense, or on the defense. But you know, Hanamura just had that snowball, and they rode that momentum to the victory.
Yeah, I just gotta say, Hanamura had a really good second point of attack, and I don't know what made you think
And
that.
defense.
Yeah, what do you think happened internally for the Guangzhou to not really capitalize? Their tanks were just picked off at every moment.
Are you talking attack or defense?
I guess for the attack.
Yeah, for the attack, you know, Guangzhou, they I don't know. I really don't. Guangzhou, it was just kind of a snowball fight there. They didn't have any ult. Meanwhile, Hanamura had so many. It's kind of hard to, you know, fight into that. And, you know, typically it doesn't matter too much because you're able to stall, but that focus fire, it hit hard, really.
Really did.
So, I mean, it's not over yet, really, for either team. So...
Yeah, each team pulling back. Honestly, I was a bit scared for Hanamura going into point 1, but, you know, they've really defied expectations for me. Ooh.
Ooh, okay, so we got subs going in here. Engage for Geode, I believe, for the main support position.
Yep, and we're
And
going
it
to
looks
Hollywood.
like Hollywood. Interesting, for sure.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see how this one works out. I don't see any changes going on to the Hotshots, so they are confident with their team right now.
I mean, I would be too. They played that really well, so...
They did. It's like I said, even though they had, what, 5 minutes on the clock? Hanamura just held their ground.
Yeah, it was 5 minutes. I was looking for something, but I'm back.
No, definitely. Yep, Hanamura wanting to take the defensive. I gotta say,
Zachary doesn't like swapping everybody up, as always.
yeah, Going to have to give, like, I guess, the shout out to our producers for doing all this work.
Yeah, I could never.
I think I'd already
Typically,
have.
though, you have the streamer and then you have the host, but I mean, Akri just has to do both. He has too much weight in his shoulders.
Still, give this man a raise. Alright, so coming into, let's say, map 3, it's tied 1-1. Which team do you think has the advantage going on to Hollywood?
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. Hotshots have the momentum, but I mean, Guangzhou, they were kind of fighting against Hanamura's momentum on Ilias and still pulling it out.
Yeah.
So,
as much as I want to sit there and say, as much as I want to sit there and say, oh, this team has the advantage, they're just both evenly tied.
Yeah, you really can't. It's just small mistakes, and really momentum's fairly important, honestly, in this series. That's what I've noticed.
It is. And
once Guangzhou's momentum, kind of got halted, they just couldn't do anything there on Volskaya. So
yeah,
really
and
interesting.
Hanamura is just making sure to just alpha right on the enemy team. They are just coming in.
Yeah, Joshua specifically showing he's truly the better main tank right now.
Let's see. They're running in on the same composition that they've seemed to run. I do believe that this is their strongest so far, but I could be wrong.
I mean, yeah, Ryan Diva really has been from both sides, other than Goats, or not Goats only, Guangzhou Gangsters on the last map of Ilias, but I mean, Tiny Moo, I don't know why he's so, stubborn about that McCree. McCree's very, very good here. But we'll have to see
we'll have to see
how he uses that.
Yeah, we'll have to see what they do into this as they immediately go in, rotating all the way onto left high ground. They're wanting to get control.
Taking that high ground point, that's really good. It gives Seiyun high ground as well as Dav.
Guangzhou is also shown just to have difficulty stopping them from getting the high ground as they rotate immediately on point, isolating them. Guangzhou getting the anti onto low. McCree immediately getting pushed off the high ground. It's a slow, but they do have map control. Diva all the way to the left. Team is split. Let's see if Guangzhou can capitalize onto this immediately. Getting in the nano, getting it onto loose, redditing into this. However,
that might have been costly. Maybe it was meant to hit Flawless. If Flawless got hit by that nano, the fight honestly might have been a completely different story. But it looks like Hanamura's gonna pull it out.
I have to say it. I mean, I think we can all admit that sometimes our on a nano goes to the wrong player, often Lucio, so it is.
That's why that PTR patch is going to be actually really good with that confirm thing. And Dav gets killed really late.
True.
Basically just before another fight, and King's has as well.
Hanamura keeping the advantage, 2 picks off. Look at that, look at that. Almost all their ultimates on the side of Hanamura. I mean, Guangzhou is going to have everything but
Guangzhou does have a fair amount too, though. Really just not nano and bomb.
Oh, and here comes the ult trying
to try to push them out, but...
Wait. Oh, it doesn't get the McCree, but it does get their healer. They're only wasting 1 ult, committing it, and immediately getting the team fight. Tiny Moo getting picked, but is that really gonna matter?
Yeah, MK's going back to speed him back, so it doesn't seem like it'll make too much of a difference, but it looks like Guangzhou is trying their best to group up quickly and push in quickly.
Yeah, it's pretty much a win fight. Well, not anymore, as it's now a 6v6. Let's see if they can commit onto this. Walking us on Tiny, getting the Lucio. How unfortunate.
Hanamura
the Shatter getting canceled.
Shatter's canceled.
And the Mail coming out.
From Chaos. Freezes Pascal. And that's a 2-man Shatter from Flawless.
Guangzhou wanting to win. Oh my god. What is happening?
It's a 1-5 for Hanamura.
It looks Hanamura barely managed to save that. The Diva Bomb saved that. That was very good on their side to waste it. I think some teams...
Look how fast they're re-engaging, though.
Oh my god, yeah, they're wanting to come in.
And the wall comes out as well.
Oh, but the Mayo coming in to stop them.
Frozen.
The Diva, wait, the baby Diva was ulted. Was nanoed.
He's out though. Oh, but so much damage was just pumped into Flawless there. He gets taken out.
Oh no, Guangzhou starting to stutter a little.
MK dies, but it doesn't seem like it's gonna matter too much.
No, Hanamura has the map win.
It's one fight territory. Once again, Guangzhou has just kind of been set on their back foot since Volskaya's attack.
I think we need to be paying attention to what happened there. Guangzhou kind of stuttered in that team fight. The baby Diva was nanoed. They just missed their ultimates. They tried to engage, but they didn't have a set plan. It was probably just a maintain call, but they're immediately going in with the Diva Bomb to go in. Getting no one.
Nothing though, unfortunately.
But they are isolating. But Flawless almost picked off. They're working
slow. Still dies though, but so does Chaos. It's even. Both nanoed Reinhardt at the Duel of the Fates.
Let's see, Hanamura not having a Diva mech. This might, but the big shatter
great
coming
shatter from Dishwa, but he's dead.
Yeah, Guangzhou has a chance. Oh, it's on overtime. Let's see if Hanamura.
Northern's trying to specify tiny move, pulling off his heroics as always. MK takes out Seiyun.
Look at them, Hanamura, tiny move, their support. It's Mikey, everyone on their side of the team winning this out, but they only have so much time.
It's zoning everybody off. It's still a fairly winnable fight on the side of Guangzhou. The bomb comes out, gets blocked.
They're just trying to stagger it out. They want to get a pick. They want to win. And somehow they might be able to do this.
Well, it's a great shatter, but...
Oh, how unfortunate.
Hanamura.
What are your thoughts on that team
these
fight?
Out.
Like, any thoughts on what just happened?
It's so hard to cast. It really is. Dude, I love casting advanced, but I hate it at the same time because of these kinds of fights.
I know there's so much small micro things that we are missing out, and pretty much it just.
There's so many things going on.
Oh man,
yeah, but I mean, it just kind of shows Hanamura doesn't crumble under pressure, and you know those respawns came back and they hit hard. And I just want to talk about MK really quickly. Coming up from intermediate, benched on I think wait what. You know, coming up into advanced and performing out of his mind, honestly, this series. You see him, he's playing very consistently, and he's getting a lot of crucial picks. And, you know, in that fight, he got them himself. I forgot exactly who he killed, but it really turned the tide of the fight.
Yeah, he's showing that he wants the starting roster. He wants to be doing good. Do you think that that Guangzhou's switch and support really are helping them, or kind of just in an in-between area?
I don't think it's really changing much. I mean, I haven't really seen too much from Geode either, other than on Ilios Lighthouse. You know, both of them have just kind of been there doing their job, nothing like fancy. You know, just kind of getting outshone by MK, honestly.
Sadly, yeah. Alright, well, we're coming into this. Yep, all they need is really one tick and a small percentage, a second tick.
But you realize that they got over a tick. So if they do full hold here, they actually win the match.
Yeah, Haruhanto is slept. They're going to engage slowly. Hanamura wanting to work at this. They have a lot of time.
That takes down Pascal very quickly.
This is what Guangzhou is going to want. They want these picks. That's what they need. But they're engaging on this. They want to make sure... Oh, but the ice walls are gone.
Yeah, I kind of like the approach that Guangzhou's taken. You know, playing it sort of slow, but, you know, trying to capitalize on that. Yeah, you don't want to overextend here because one of your teammates dies and it's basically a lost map.
But I think we have to, but this is in the fight of the supports. Look at Hanamura. Their Ana already gonna be on the Nana. On the side of Guangzhou, they've been slapped. Up here we go into the team fight. Let's see if they can get a pick. Flawless about to be picked was same as Jasha. Oh, they're going in immediately. Both nanos are up. Both nanos are being used. Immediately going into the
pin, but so does Flawless. Really low.
Guangzhou needs to be careful. They're ice walled. However, managing to stagger it out and win this.
Flawless is down.
But the Bayo coming out on the side of Guangzhou.
Zoning them all out.
They're throwing ults. They want something.
Don't get anything.
Hanamura has to back out.
Dragons.
They don't have anything. They have to back out. That was a very messy team fight. They don't have it.
Look at it though. Flawless, okay, he's back now, but, you know, I guess it doesn't matter now, but, you know, they could have maybe tried to re-engage there.
Can we look at this on the side of Hanamura? Already a nano coming back up. That was. I think this is. Yeah, Hanamura is just having the better ult charge. What, they have 3 ults coming up on 4? Here comes in the nano. They're wanting to take this in aggressive. The shatter coming out. However, the sound barrier is going to come in.
Both beats come out. And
big shatter coming out of Hanamura Hotshots. They didn't, not getting anything. Tinymoo actually getting flawless though. But the Mayo coming out. Let's see. How unfortunate. It was a messy team fight, but honestly, I think Hanamura supports really clutched that out, and they'll be taking...
Pascal has been out of his mind on this Ana. And, you know, you don't see him in kill feed, he's not doing anything flashy, but he's farming those nanos basically every fight.
Yeah.
He is playing so well right now.
I think he's really the factor in their team. He's coming up with these nanos, he's helping win these team fights. It's honestly been really strong on Hanamura's side. Guangzhou just... It seemed that they just struggled a little bit on that.
MK and Pascal are a really deadly support duo.
Ooh, look at
honestly.
That. Yeah.
I mean, you look at it. If this is the new Hanamura, you know they're not exactly playing against a top tier team or anything. But if this is the new Hanamura, I see them squeezing into playoffs.
Yeah, I think even if they're not fighting the highest people, this does show to like, hey guys, we're winning matches. If you underestimate us, we will lose. But a swap coming in actually.
Geode's back. Okay.
I think Geode honestly did perform a bit better. He seemed to just manage to clutch out a bit more.
Wait, Akri, you did say that it was Guangzhou with like 4 supports, right? Or was that Hanamura? Yeah, Guangzhou. Yeah, so it is Guangzhou that has multiple supports on their team, and they, consistently swap them out.
Yeah.
Occasionally, but Geo just had better results in my opinion. So I do like that swap, and now we have a watch point here.
Yeah. Ooh, quite possibly the first time we've seen Gibraltar being played. Yeah, in advance at the very least. I think Guangzhou actually might be able to win this match, but this is kind of like a rough idea. Sure, they just lost the last fight, but I think that they can pull out a dive. Oh man, this match has me sweating. I don't want to underestimate any of these teams. Both of them are fighting for their spots.
Yeah, I mean, both of them, it's not over really for either side, so...
Yeah. We're gonna go on a BRB real quick, but us casters will still be here. Any small thoughts, things that you've noticed that we haven't noticed? Well,
I mean, it's hard to say, really. I mean, there's so many things that happen in these fights, or there's so few things that happen in these fights that there's nothing much. What I'm going to say is that Tinymoo, MK, and Pascal are definitely the 3 standout players right now. And, that's not to say that Jishwa, Northern, Glacial, that's not to say they're doing bad. They're consistent, and I do like what they're doing, but, the other 3, they're just sticking out so much.
Yeah,
they're doing so much. Tinymoo basically carried that defense.
Yeah. Hanamura is making sure to enable their teammates, to any one of their players to pop off and just recover.
Yeah.
Oh man. I think coming into this fight, if Guangzhou does go in with a dive, I think that's where they will win. Flawless seems to have a really good one. Let's see how this idea goes.
Lobby host isn't R. I do like that Hanamura is, sticking with, not swapping anything because they know that they're doing really well with this, so...
I think that's also another edge in Hanamura. They have full faith and trust in each other. They're not switching anyone out. They don't think any one of their players is better to have to
they don't
repeatedly
need
put them
to.
in and out.
Arriving at Watchpoint Gibraltar.
Yeah, you know, you do see them occasionally switching in subs whenever they're like, you know, in the lead, but you don't see it much. But I mean, the starting lineup right here is really, really good, so I don't blame them.
Yeah, I want to say that this might be a sign of just a bit of respect coming out of the Hanamura Hotshots, that normally when teams put in someone that they don't normally play, it might just because they're testing them out against a team that they think are weaker.
Yeah. And I mean, maybe that's what they're doing with MK, you never know. I mean, I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so yeah, he's been splitting time with Astra for the most part, but you know, keeping him in this whole time.
Yeah,
I mean,
we're
it's
gonna
a
be.
smart decision.
Yeah, we're running into 2 dives.
Yeah, Gibraltar's a pretty good dive map here. And Widows on both sides. This is going to be interesting. The dive versus Tiny Widowmaker duel. The main difference is that you see a Mercy coming out from M-Key, meanwhile a Lucio from Geode, and then you see a Hanzo compared to a Tracer.
Yeah,
So,
this means that Guangzhou, I think that they'll benefit more. Rushing in there, just because they can speed boost, run in, run out, jump in. They have the ability. Ooh, immediately.
Jab takes out Tiny move really quickly. That's clear to engage right there, but Glacial's still there with that range damage.
This is just enabling the Widowmaker to just get more picks, but however, they're engaging slowly, counter-engaging slowly. Nobody really getting a lot of picks or a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's just a little bit of a slow fight here. Nobody really going down, but while this is all happening, the cart's being pushed, so it's mostly benefit on the side of Guangzhou right now.
Yeah, they're just wanting to see what can they get away with. But I think we need to be paying attention to the Mercy. That damage boost is going to help get that dragon. Oh, but they're diving straight onto the Mercy. Mercy managing to get...
gets taken out as well.
Yep. Ooh, it seems
2 down though. On the side of Hanamura, it's a man advantage right now, but I mean, you never know. It's Hanamura. They can still pull it out.
Yep. Guangzhou, playing back.
Northern takes out Flawless, and you know, Guangzhou's gonna need to back up.
Yep, I think that's the fight lost for Guangzhou. They want to move this plane up as much as they could.
Gets demeched, but they decide against staggering him.
I think the problem there was Hanamura. Sure, they got the first 2 picks gone, their Mercy and Hanzo, but their dive was better. They initiated together and they got the picks while Flawless was in the backline getting those picks.
I mean, you know, that sort of like dive counter dive playstyle works pretty well on a defensive side. So I mean, it's really just you know,
grenade. Oh, they're diving in,
that better.
But then the counter dive comes in. They're so split. Hanamura has the advantage. They're nanoing Winston.
This one gets nanoed. With the
Mercy
from
Mercy being targeted though.
Dive it takes a Widow duel.
Yep, and Ana being dived, however, they immediately...
Geode's pushing cart, and that's a one fight.
And, yep, too late to contest. I have to say, a slow fight out of Hanamura and Guangzhou getting lucky on that.
Yeah, I mean, what I do say is that the counter dive didn't really work out. Maybe that was because of positioning, because I did see Seiyun take a pretty weird position to dive into. So I mean, I feel like you know, they just kind of made it harder for that counter dive to happen, and that's what ultimately won them the fight.
Yep, Valkyrie coming in, but Mercy's gonna take a second to come back.
Most of them fighting up on the high ground, but Seiyun's still pushing cart.
Yep, this is very important. However,
Wallace gets nanoed. Oh, but Seiyun might die here.
He might.
He will.
Primal. Yep. Wait.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. They don't take him out.
Fight right now.
Yeah, but they get him.
Seiyun finally gets taken out, but that wasted all of that primal rage.
Yeah, Valkyrie coming out possibly to win the fight, or Northern. Flawless getting picked again, trying to run in.
Stuck and taken out. It's somewhat winnable. No, it's not. No, it's not.
No, Hanamura managing to win this out.
It's lost.
It is, but the Red's coming out. Hanamura having.
Second point of Gibraltar is a snowball-based point. It is very hard to push whenever your momentum gets stopped.
Yeah, and I think the best part out of Hanamura is that look at their composition. They have a Genji and they have a Tracer. They have complete control off of the flank. Yeah, they
That's
have.
not going to get much value, and he does. He switches over to the Tracer, and Chaos is on Reaper.
I don't think this will work out. Reaper can be isolated very easily. Let's see the Nano coming in straight onto the Winston. They're trying.
Chaos is pumping.
But the bubble's stopping for most
Tiny
people.
wins the Tracer.
Oh, Chaos getting the Genji though. They're tied.
Can even fight. Yeah, I mean, hard to say.
Winston being in.
Jish was careful though, and he gets taken out.
Yep, Guangzhou with the advantage here.
Ooh, MK gets slept. If they can follow up on this, that's huge.
Yeah, but Flawless is primal and Chaos is getting their picks. Look at them.
Look at him go.
Two with no contest. I'd have to say Flawless really did well on there. His primal managed to push them out. And Chaos got their picks. Now they're immediately switching on to Reinhardt so they can get a quick run-in.
Yeah, Reinhardt's definitely the superior main tank here in almost all situations on third point. So, I mean, Jish was staying, I'm guessing, for the primal. But he gets moved off. He just kind of has to dive in.
Genji Blade coming off.
A lot of ultimates.
Hanamura winning the team fight, but look at that. They wasted 2 ultimates. They're coming up on 1, and they have to.
Joshua looks like he's going back to spawn to switch. Yeah, they look to be switching off of all these dive heroes.
Yeah, they have no room. Wow. Ooh.
Yeah, I mean that's probably why they used all the ultimates. You know, win the fight with the ultimates. Don't.
Guangzhou now with D.Va. They had Orisa for a second, but they switched back. However, Guangzhou has the ult economy, so let's see. They're nanoing in like their normal strategy, try to get the first pick.
Swap misses from Dav.
Well, they tried the ice wall, not isolating.
Nobody's dead. Nobody's dead. You can re-engage here. That's kind of just a wasted nano right there. So now you can re-engage with your own nano mate.
Yeah, but
you get like a Reaper ultimate flank it.
Guangzhou switching off to the Widow. They have so much.
High ground. He's looking for it. He uses it. And almost all of it gets eaten by Northern, but just enough to kill Joshua.
Their Reinhardt's gone. Hanamura has the
that's
chance.
A good bomb. No, it's not.
But the sound barrier is saving them. They're not pushing point. They're making sure that they win this. They want to get all the picks that they can. Guangzhou has the advantage in this. They just have to touch point and keep the picks on. But remember,
did pretty well there to stall.
Yeah, Hanamura does have.
There's enough for her last fight. Glacial walls off flawless, but he manages to get out. The beacon's out from MK.
Oh, High Noon coming right out, getting no one. He's immediately put down.
Cuts him right out of it. Northern's trying to pressure him off. He might die here.
Yep, Guangzhou has the win here, but we have to remember that respawns are faster on the side of
down.
Hanamura.
MK takes down 2 there. That could be crucial.
Yep, he's gonna shatter in a second to pick everyone off. He just wants to make sure he can get a big enough shatter for it to work. Oh, he gets no one with the shatter, missing it. But they're not getting any picks. They're managing to stall on point.
Oh boy. MK has taken out 3 this fight. Joshua gets the final play. Glacial uses the Blizzard, I guess, to secure the fight. I mean, it works.
Yeah. How
I gave it so much of my credit right there to MK. So much of it, because he stalled out the cart enough to, you know, where there was 2 more fights left, and then he takes down 2 in the backline with the help of, I believe, in Northern.
Yeah.
And then you know, that, you know, kind of costs the Guangzhou Gangsters as well as Flawless missing that shatter.
The Guangzhou just couldn't kill anyone. They were trying to
finish out the Pascal, that's huge actually.
Yeah, it is. Especially with that nano, they're nanoing Reaper, probably wanting him to go in, get his ultimate, and death blossom as fast as they can. They're having to stay on point. They need to contest.
Down the bomb doesn't get anybody,
but they don't contest the point. They managed to get it.
That was a great opening pick onto Pascal because he had that nano boost, and that could have really changed the tone. You know, a nano boost onto Joshua or something, you know, that could have done a lot.
Yes.
But, you know, he's not in the fight. He's respawning, so... Great play, honestly. And, you know, Dav and Chaos have just been really the shining stars of Hanamura right now. Or not Hanamura, Guangzhou.
I definitely
have. You can kind of say that about both DPS on both teams.
Yeah, but the DPSs are always going to get the spotlight.
Yeah, I mean, they're always showing up in the kill feed. You know, like I said, you got MK and Pascal really, like, silently carrying. I've always loved MK's Lucio play. I mean, I haven't seen too much of any of his other characters other than Mercy, but... You know, when we played, like, intermediate pugs and stuff, you know, I was in main support back then, so I was really scared he was going to be yoinking my spots and stuff. So
Ooh, a little insight. But here we are. They're actually running Reaper on defense.
it's a good idea. I mean, it's against dive. Reaper, you know, you can teleport up to those high grounds, and you know that teleport speed buff that happened a couple months ago. You know, it's pretty effective.
Yeah, Hanamura coming out with pure dive though. I think if Guangzhou can get their Ana on every pick first, then Guangzhou has a good chance on winning.
I agree.
Oh, they scout it. They know who's on high ground. They understand. Slowly diving in. They're playing slowly. Hanamura.
Yeah, I was getting a lot of good shots though, and Northerner is falling low.
Yeah.
Up down, however, but he hit C-Mech anyway.
How unfortunate. However, the Widow gets picked by the Genji. But look at that. That doesn't even matter.
Though with Dav down, that could be a good time to re-engage.
I think the biggest factor in this
MK
is...
takes down Chaos though. MK with that late kill, that's really good actually, and you know,
Tracer
the
slip,
to back
but
up.
I think the biggest factor in this is actually Chaos's Reaper. Chaos's Reaper just has so much room to dominate. Let's see how
I mean, I agree, and you know, the fact that he got taken out, that disengage was needed, but
yeah, they're running.
We're back, 6v6.
Yeah, Guangzhou coming up on a nano boost, but Hanamura does have it immediately. Getting
Dab.
that is a really good pick, actually.
But Pings gets demaxed.
Ooh, they're running back. They're giving each other space. They're respecting each other. They're trying to get Flawless. Flawless getting the kill though.
Right here, if I was Hanamura, I would have backed up. You know, Pings doesn't have his mech, and you know you're down one. Get that Lucio back, and then you can re-engage.
Yeah,
you know,
they're not respecting
basically.
the Reaper. They're just not. They're letting. They run into the Reaper, and what does Reaper do? His catchphrase is just die. He kills you. I mean that made no sense in my phrasing, but I mean it makes sense in my eyes.
Hey, it makes you die.
Yeah,
I'm surprised, you know, they're not doing any swaps, but they do have that Nano Blade, and that could be very crucial.
Yeah, but on the
Possibly
side of
fight-winning.
Guangzhou's gonna have coming up on the road. Here comes the Nano Blade in, sound barrier in, defending themselves. They're wanting to dive. They got the Widowmaker.
Get taken out, and Glacial puts a lot of damage into the tanks.
Yeah, I don't think Widowmaker was that pick though. However, they are getting it. It might be able to win it around.
Oh, the Blossom from Chaos doesn't get anybody, but Flawless takes out Pascal.
No. I think what's important to notice, honestly, not even important to notice, as Hanamura is getting those picks, they have won this.
Yeah, it looks to be so. Flawless took a while to die there, so, I mean, you know, they do still have recontest hopes, but it's not going to be for long as Pings gets demaxed.
Yeah, I was going to point out how Chaos's Reaper, with that Death Blossom, sure, he got no one, but he had control of that point, but they immediately get him. They immediately get those picks. Hanamura is just making sure that they hold their ground.
Yeah, Hanamura is here on the front foot, and like I said, second point is very snowbally map or snowbally zone. So if they can snowball through this, that's so much time in the time.
Yeah, but Hanamura needs to not rely on their ults. I think Guangzhou is winning by conserving their ults. They have been good at rotating it, while Hanamura has been just using Nano Blade, pumping in, trying to just get their picks.
And yeah, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, but...
Ooh, immediately
the beacons up
gets
just a
picked up.
little too late.
How unfortunate.
to live, and Glacial gets taken out as well. They need to disengage here off of a slightly wasted beat.
Yeah, and this is what I mean. Look at that. They wasted
But Flawless! Oh, he uses Primal.
Yeah, just to stay alive. But this is what I mean. They wasted Tracer. They
Flawless
wasted
is gonna take out
Lucio.
MK.
And look at that. They got nothing to say for it. Sure, they're having a Nano. They have a Diva Bomb. They might have a Monkey ult. They might have a Genji Blade coming out. But what does it really matter if Guangzhou is able to win this using just their necessary own abilities?
Where was Tiny Moo? Oh, he was all the way in the backline. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see how they go into this fight. Remember, they're probably going to be going for the Nano. That's definitely how I think Hanamura is going to win their fight. They're having sight lines. Oh, immediately nanoing in. Running in, getting Pascal. That means the fight could quite possibly be over. But
Glacial takes down two. And Joshua gets Trion as well.
Saving. They're gonna have a Nano Blade next fight.
Right now, but Joshua.
Look at him go. Look at that win
Rachel and
stick.
Joshua just kind of carrying through that fight, honestly.
Yep, they clutch it out. I thought they had lost it, but look at that. They might actually. I don't think Guangzhou. I think Guangzhou's actually going to re-engage. They might want to try to stagger this out. No? Well, they're running in.
Oh, the
People
Nanoblade,
coming in. Nanoblade comes right out.
It gets
They
slapped.
slept. Ping comes out, gets the ultimate, but Northern gets
with the
2.
bomb. It's a fairly even fight right now, but I mean, so far there's an advantage.
Hanamura
If
has
Joshua takes
this.
down Seiyun.
Look
What I
at that.
have
They're
to say though is that was a
flawless.
great sleep on the Genji Blade. Flawless uses Primal to stall things out, but I don't know if they'll be able to win this. Pings
No.
gets taken out.
They're not. Reapers,
He
and
gets the
immediately
beat here.
Death Blossoming in. It gets no one. It's Bubble. They're playing back and forth, back and forth.
Chaos needs to die though.
No,
And
Chaos.
he isn't dying.
He is
It's a man
Reaper. He
advantage
is.
now
Look
for-
at Chaos. The perfect definition of what this team fight is going into as everyone's getting off high ground. Guangzhou managing to pull this back somehow, probably due to faster respawns. Oh my god.
One fight territory. I've said it so many times this series, and we're back to it. We
Look,
have
We might be going to a game 5.
we have a Dry Blade and a Primal. That's really their only hopes here. I wouldn't be surprised if Pascal farms 50% to his ultimate in the next 10 seconds.
Yeah, I
but
definitely think it's possible. But look at this. They're coming up with the Tracer. They're coming up with the Nano on the side of Guangzhou. This is anyone's. All economy
It's anyone's
matters in this fight. Oh,
the
Blade
Dry Blade
coming
comes out
out.
from Glacial, and
Immediately the Nano
rips
coming
it
out on the
down, no
opposite enemy
kills,
side. The
again,
Diva Bomb getting
taken.
Joshua.
Dismissed.
Hanamura immediately even get out. However, let's see. Hanamura is on the lower side. They're trying to get the picks. Oh no, wait. Oh, Northern almost getting the C900, but not.
Northern tried his best, but it looks like Guangzhou is going to take this map, and we're going to a map 5.
We are definitely. This has been.
Boy.
As much as we said, like, we expected a map 5. These teams are fighting. These teams are making sure that they win this match. So for
I
any
have said this for every match that I have casted, because it has happened every match that I've casted. Every single game that I've casted has been a map 5 or something incredibly close. Like, I casted the first draw in Season 2. Oh my god. This is bad.
We have to give him props. Look at that.
Yeah, Joshua really played well on that monkey, honestly. But, I mean, Guangzhou still takes the map. 2-2, map 5. Somebody's got to pull it out here. It was an expected map 5.
Yeah, but
To some people thought it was going to be a 3-0, but,
well, I mean, I think nowadays predictions just don't matter anymore. If teams are just throwing out, they're saying "fuck your predictions." We do what we want.
Yeah, well, once again, as I've said so many times, welcome to Advanced. You don't know what you're going into unless you're playing against Easy Clap.
A League Zero Classic. Welcome to Advance. Actually, but
Oh man, this is anybody's game here. I can't tell who has an advantage. I really can't, because every time that I say one team does, the other team ends up getting it. So
well, I'm just gonna pick whatever you don't pick, since that seems to be what often happens. But we're on Oasis. We are on Control, and I believe it was Hanamura that won first map.
no, yeah, Guangzhou won Ilios and Gibraltar, and then Hanamura won not Hanamura, Volskaya, and what's the name of the map? Hollywood.
Really?
Yeah, that's the map. Yeah, so 2-2. Of course, we're waiting for the R no swaps. It appears so far.
Hanamura Hotshots are
RR.
on it. I have to
So
agree.
is
As much as I want to
Guangzhou,
say
and here we
that,
go.
as much as I want to say the team that won the first Control game has the advantage, I don't know. I really don't at this point.
I don't know either. Dude,
Each team has their weakness, and we'll just have to see
being
what
exploited
happens.
by both of them. It's each team has their like you said, that weak spot, and both teams are exploiting it. It really comes down to if you can make those mistakes less.
Like on the side of Hanamura, when their supports get shut down, they're not able to win it. But look on the side of Guangzhou, their DPSs are winning it. Their tanks are winning it. They're running on their strongest compositions. They're playing which ones enable. But
Yeah, I mean, Dive is fairly effective if played right on this point, but then at the same time, the Ryan Diva is also very effective. So, I mean, that difference in playstyle, we might be seeing Dive on Soldier. So it'll be interesting. It
The
definitely will.
legs are coming out to strut its stuff.
2, 1.
Here we see. Here we go on.
And we do.
Yep, we're gonna see the legs. They're running off the.
I'm really excited for this, actually. Okay.
There's not often that you see Soldier being played. This might be one of the first times he's being played in an advanced game. Here we are immediately. Ooh, both teams throwing out the antes.
He stays alive though, but Northern gets demeched really quickly.
Look at them. They lost control. Wait,
He
the
has
double boom.
two.
Dude, doing what's
He'll get
necessary.
three. Oh my god.
He has it. Look at that. That is an amazing pick coming on the side of
MK is
Guangzhou.
shaking in his boots right now.
I can guess the Hanamura comms. They're probably just sitting there saying, "What the hell just happened there?"
Yeah.
I think this is what's giving Guangzhou their edge. Their running dive. They have the Reaper. They have control. If they're shutting down everything before they can even push in, and Hanamura is not being able to kill anyone. The reason why they're able to win their matches is because look at that flawless actually getting
taken
picked.
out, as well as Geode, the carry, gone.
Chaos gone. They're done now, knowing what they expected. They
are selling out point though, but
Ooh,
it's gonna get them like 40% at most.
Yeah, at this point, yep, it is just, but they're giving ult charge to Hanamura. Hanamura gonna have a nano, they're gonna have a sound barrier, they have a McCree ult, they'll quite possibly coming up. Yep, they're quite possibly coming up to 6 ultimates coming up on the next team fight.
Yeah, I mean, it all depends on whether or not Glacial can hit those headshots.
That is true, but let's see on the other side for the Guangzhou, immediately using the high noon to isolate, but each team just playing out. Ooh, they canceled it.
Hanamura really quickly cancels it, yeah, I mean, he knows that none of them are gonna peek.
Oh,
Look
they're
at
diving in!
standing still.
The Shatter
because
coming
they're
in,
still
getting
getting
no one
up.
as they dodge, immediately throwing out the nano, they're throwing out ults, let's see what happens, but they're gonna probably throw out, let's see how they're going in, the die,
Yeah, I think
coming
this
in,
is
getting no
ultimate
one, getting
soap.
only the Diva mech.
Oh,
They're
it's...
Ooh,
Even after all those ults, all that happened was a DMAC. Now Northern's fully taken out. Glacial uses the booster, doesn't get anybody.
Ooh, it's even.
It's
Oh.
sorta even, yeah.
However, both teams still have the supports. I think this is in the advantage of Hanamura, but no! Who cares what the
Guangzhou.
casters say? Guangzhou showing that they are the advantage.
Look at it. You look at point though. MK is still stalling out, and he's basically full HP. He's gonna be able to last for a decent amount of time.
57%, 58, 59, 60%, they're still stalling out. They are refusing to give this up. They want to bring this to one fight territory. This is how confident that they are.
I mean, it's not one fight territory quite, but that was a really good stall. Honestly, it gave a lot of percentage. And you look at it, it didn't really give much ult charge. You know, you see Seiyun close to the nano, but that's really about it.
Nope. Ooh, Chaos taking a position. He's hiding. He wants to.
He's
wants
ready.
To get that Blossom. But look, does it matter? He's pretty much now out of position as he has to walk all the way back, and Hanamura sitting
He's
there.
there. He gets nanoed as well.
Yep. He's diving into the back line, but he gets
Left
shattered.
and pinned into a wall. He's still
Ping.
a decent amount of HP though, and I mean,
Look at that on the side of Hanamura. They're getting these picks. Can we give this to the side of their Lucio?
I mean, Guangzhou does take the fight though, despite the chaos with chaos. He distracted Jishwan, he distracted Pascal, and that kind of just gives a net advantage. And now it's one by territory.
Look at this,
Hanamura's on the back foot.
Hanamura's so split. Here they come in.
Here they come.
High
Tynamy
noon.
uses the high noon really quickly,
Oh,
and
but
it
they get
takes
the
down
Lucio.
Geo. That's
I
a
think
good.
this is what they needed, but they need to be careful as look, they're
And he's
using
taking
the
out the visor comes out. It doesn't look like it's gonna get much though.
flawless pick,
off of
looking
high
for the
ground.
pick. They're booping around. They're booping around. Hanamura missing. They're running in. Wait, May's gonna be booped
Glacial gets
off.
knocked off. No, he doesn't. He rolls himself up. Oh, that was such a good wall.
Getting the boop off. Hanamura might be able to win this back.
Hanamura wins it despite being on the back foot there.
This
Geo's
is
gonna
just really
try to
impressive.
stall out. He doesn't stall out any actually.
Yep.
Yeah, Chaos.
MK won that for them. That
11.
2 pick really gave them the confidence to finish out that.
Yeah, and he booped Dab off the high ground, which was crucial because he had that visor, and he might have been able to get like a kill.
Yep. But look, they're coming in. They'll be coming up on a NAM. They'll be coming up on a sound barrier. This is in the advantage of the
Reaper.
Spark. Yep, let's see how the Gangsters really do this out. They have shown to win most of team fight.
And
They're
keep coming
throwing out the
around
ante.
looking
They
for
have-
something.
Oh, the die coming out.
Awesome.
How unfortunate.
It's Northern.
It gets
Northern
pinged, but
gets
it
pinged,
doesn't
but-
matter. Let's
Yeah,
get this.
it's a one round, and
Look at
first
that.
round. This I have a feeling this is gonna go to third map 99-99. I don't know
And
why. I just think it's gonna happen.
You're just throwing out a shuffle. You know, honestly, I have to say that if it does go out, I'll be a little surprised. I'll be a tiny bit surprised because in the fight, honestly, I'm giving this to Guangzhou. Guangzhou is just showing themselves to win this fight. We are winning.
They kind of have that clutch potential.
Yeah, I
You know,
think
they only had one fight. You know, they had a lot of pressure on them, but you know they still pull it out fairly convincingly, or at least
think
the last fight.
I think what matters on each team fight, kind of for these teams specifically, is that Hanamura is just they're not getting the pick. They're getting outplayed both in tank and DPS. But I do think that Hanamura has better supports. But you know, you don't need better supports. You need a better team overall. You need to work as together. And Chaos, they're just playing around Chaos. They're playing around Flawless, and this is what's getting them the wins.
Yeah, I agree. Oh,
Immediately-
Chaos, speaking of, gets deleted.
What is this? What are we saying? If Chaos is just immediately getting picked, Flawless immediately getting stunned due to the double, and look at that.
Yeah, take the loss as fast as you can. Die, do something.
Get out of there.
Get back. You just wanna you wanna lose that fight as fast as possible. You wanna back up, regroup,
Yep, there was
find
no
out
chance
what
they
the
were
hell
gonna
just
have.
happened, and get
There-
back in.
Yeah, Chaos actually switching, going straight to the Mei. Now I'm gonna have to get this to
Okay.
Hanamura. I think Hanamura works way better on this type of composition.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. Now that Hanamura swaps up that dive, I think they are generally
Oh.
the better brawl team.
They're immediately backing up. Both
Both
ice
walls
walls
come
out. The charge missed. That's crucial. That might cost them the team fight as Flawless
Yes.
immediately gets him. But they're not moving in. They're moving in slowly. And he's frozen. But
Wallace is dead though.
Flawless is out. Let's see. Oh, on the side of
Back
Hanamura
and
is
forth.
winning.
Tiny
this.
moves Nano though.
Oh, they're just
gotta
sitting here
do
and they are relying on their DPS. Look at that. North, honestly, I think if they win this map, I want to give this out to Northern. Look at that. Northern has been getting, I think, the most clutch plays on this team besides from the supports.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Or Tiny Moo, really. I mean, I kind of want to get Pascal in as well. It's gonna be hard to decide. Well, we'll see. We had the
Ooh.
100 instantly coming out. Geo
Wait.
gets taken out.
He overpositioned. He ran into the high noon, giving them the pick. They have to back out. They don't have speed boost. What are they doing? Ooh, but they're playing door to door. We're entering into possibly 2-to-1 fight territory, kind of ish.
It's
Coming
one
in.
fight territory with maybe a recontest. That
the
is
high
kind of
noon, but
really
they
early.
wall it off. But then they wall
Yeah,
up.
you-
But doesn't even matter as they get the McCree. Oh, the anti coming out on both sides. The charge coming out on
That's
both
a
sides.
good
They're
blizzard,
equally
actually.
matched.
It's a
Wait.
Venn diagram on the point.
Oh my god, Guangzhou managing to win. They might win this out. Wait, Diva Bomb coming up, but it's blocked. Oh my god, they're even.
Flawless barely gets unfrozen. It's a even fight right now. It's a support and a
It's even.
tank.
Wait.
Flawless gets taken out though.
Hanamura
Flawless
gets
went
this.
out of his honest line of sight.
Look at this. This is insane. We are
We
going.
have the Ash from
game-
Jab to stall.
We're going to a game 5. We're going to a. We're in a game 5. We're in the
Map
third.
5, round 3,
I don't even know how to
99 to
react.
99 type beat right now.
Both of these teams are like feral wolves. They're sitting there and they're
Okay.
just fighting for this.
What I have to say is, it's so obvious that Hanamura is the better brawl team, but this map is a dive map. So, and you noticed that Guangzhou's a pretty damn good dive team. So I feel like there's a chance here for Guangzhou to really take this back despite being on the back foot after that round. So we'll have to see, but Tiny Moo pulls out that signature Pharah, MK switches to Mercy as well, and a Tracer.
Alright,
So
Let's
let's
say.
see if Dab on the Soldier can really carry this.
Alright, who do you say has a better chance in winning this map or the first team fight into this?
First team fight, I'd say that it is most likely going to go to Hanamura unless Joshua, gets bursted down here, which he doesn't.
No?
I feel like the positioning being taken though. Get that soldier up on that high ground, and he
Oh.
takes out Joshua.
Oh my god, Guangzhou,
Dab.
they don't care about a
Dab
farm.
positively. Jeez.
I know for a
I
fact
said
that
Dab needs to carry this. He seems to be doing pretty
Yeah.
damn well so far. So
the legs just showing and strutting his style. I know in lower like advancements such as Novice, Afara would really dominate, but in here, teams know how to counter it. You can't be playing so messy.
yeah, they can aim. So
Yeah. They know how to projectily click heads, but they're touching point. They want them to drop down. Never mind, they're jumping up into the Reaper.
Dive. Glacial takes out Dab. That's crucial. Now the Far basically is free reign.
That is.
As
Let's
he
see.
knocks away pings as well. No
Yep,
boosters really.
Glacial
Free
getting
reign.
the
Glacial is taking out 2 so
And-
far.
But their Winston is gone. Well, but it's back and forth. But I do think Hanamura has this. in
Yeah,
the bag.
Hanamura wins this for sure as MK gets the res on the Jishwa as well.
Would you say that?
And that was
Gabby,
oh
we might have a ring about. It's quite possible. They're just holding point. They're playing right
now
now.
pulse bomb. Davi's down. But look at the stall. Geode, which is kind of and now people are coming back to keep selling out point.
Oh my god! Look at Glacial. He's
The
just
Blossom.
killing. The Blossom. They're just wanting to stagger this out. That's all they want to do. Look at that,
And
Joshua.
he commits his Valk.
Look at that. They're committing everything.
I feel like this would make sense if they're switching off dive.
I think this would make more sense if they actually got the point. They're just wasting ult and giving the point advantage.
But look at how much they're stalling this out. It's not like one fight territory.
Oh my god, I lost. They're not doing. Look at Lucio.
Geode's just chilling in the middle.
Bro, he's just vibing. He is straight up just vibing in there. Look at them. Look at him. Oh, but the Reaper comes in. They're going for the Winston, and Chaos gets the
He gets
Winston.
taken out.
This is going to one fight territory.
Tiny Moo uses the barrage, but the B gets used as well.
Yeah, doesn't
Lawrence
even.
gets his jump messed up. It's
They're
so back and
coming
forth
back in,
right now.
they're
It's
just
only the
losing.
tanks alive though. Pinks takes out Tiny Moo though, and Dab is now
Oh,
up on
we're
the
in
high
one
ground.
fight territory. They have no chance to lose. Hanamura is
That's
not
who's
able to win
taken
this.
out.
And the Soldier all coming out. The
the
legs
as well.
clutching this.
Comeback.
Look at
On the
this.
side. Oh man.
Oh, but Hanamura is not giving this up. They want to win this, but they need to touch point.
Go get
They-
res.
Wait, no,
They don't touch and it's
get
over.
boom. And the win goes
What
to
the-
the Guangzhou Gangsters.
I'm sorry. What just happened?
Guangzhou Gangsters slowly stutters into this fight, and they win this. This was amazing on their
That's gonna
side.
be a fat question mark for me. I agree. Bakanje in chat, and I don't know who to put here for an interview. I kind of want to do Flawless because he was on
Like,
Hanamura originally.
yeah, I don't know who to, like, you can't. I think this would come out of deep thinking and re-reviewing just to see who gets player of the match, but that doesn't
Yeah,
even
'cause-
matter.
Yeah, I mean, you think Geode played really well, but they all played incredibly well. I think that Guangzhou on Oasis there was just the better team.
Yeah, I think Hanamura
Well-
should come back into this, not with feeling discouraged of the loss, but feeling in the confidence that even with this loss, they took this to the very last, the very edge of it. If
Yeah,
they
and
work on
maybe
finishing out people-
maybe with this Guangzhou has that momentum now and they're ready to fight. I guess I cannot. Are we even doing an interview, Akri? I mean we can. Yeah, if we can.
Yeah, I would definitely love
Flawless,
to
'cause
interview. I would
he
love to
used
get
to be on
input.
Hanamura. So let's get Flawless.
Yeah,
He's not in though.
yeah. Honestly, I think Hanamura should come. They should be coming back into their next game. I think with the idea of finishing off their fight. When we were on Hollywood, they won most of those fights because it's so closed in. But it's just like you said, this was a dive-centered point. They were able to jump around like monkeys, literally.
Yeah, I mean, that was just a good series. I mean, I can't say much more. That was really, really good.
That was like I full shout outs to the Gangsters. Your prediction was right. They did manage to win this out.
Yeah, I had hope in my boys. Best branding in my opinion in League Zero. So I liked.
You didn't.
Well, we were gonna dive then.
Tony,
Yeah,
Yes, I would love to, Acronator.
Yeah, what we did in the warm up.
We're hoping to get an interview with him to kind of get his input.
I don't know why we're talking. It's Akri who was the one recording, but here we are.
Oh, true, yeah.
All right,
Hello.
welcome, Flawless.
Hello, hello, hello.
Welcome.
All right, first off, how does it feel to have beaten? How does it feel to have won this game?
I am so excited. This is my first win in League 0, and it's against my prior team. So everything's feeling really good right now for me.
Did you have like a kind of positive like mindset going into this? Because you were previously on this team, you had some semblance of what they were working with. Did this give you an advantage?
It did give us an advantage, and we knew that they were really like meta-oriented team. So we tried to do meta versus meta against them. It didn't start to work out, so we started to pick maps and pick things that made us more comfortable. That's why we picked Gibraltar. That's why we picked. We played Dive on Oasis. It was just very like non-meta. We did not want to play it.
A lot of respect out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, you played Dive incredibly well, I must say.
Would you say you guys like really do you practice Dive, or is that like just a comp you guys just feel?
No. We usually play Dive on certain maps, but we weren't really much of a Dive team. We were usually just like meta and just Rhine compositions, but we were like, hey, let's play Chaos on Reaper. Let's play a soldier composition. Let's just
I really respect that.
Dav's soldier was actually incredible, though,
Dude,
honestly.
I
cannot believe that you guys. I can't believe you guys stalled that out so well in that last one. I can't get over that.
Yeah. Actually, can we get your input? What was your mindset? You guys ran in there, kind of slowly trickled in, and you won that. Literally.
The plan was right when we got to 99, we were just saying, all right, no ults, no ults, no ults. But then we got a pick, and then another pick, and then I was like, Geode, you have to use your B. He beated. We used Nano coming back. We were able to take it with all the ults we built up from the progress we were capping. So overall, it worked out well.
That's amazing. We were very impressed going into this fight.
All right, now here's my one question that I always ask. So I mean, you can actually answer this better because you used to be on Hanamura. What was one player that you were particularly, I guess you could say, scared of, or that you respected the most, and that you like? Yeah.
I respect Glacial the most. He's a really talented player. His Mei is really good. His Hans is really good. I think he's just talented overall, and he was the one giving me the most pressure throughout the match. So I would definitely have to say Glacial.
Yeah.
Alrighty, is there any final words?
Yeah.
Any final words? Hashtag Guang Gang.
Yeah,
go ahead and be toxic. Do whatever you want.
Give some love to your old team. Make sure you say "love you guys." Team
did.
Yep.
I did. I made sure.
Or you can be political. That works too. Let's go.
Thank you so much, Flawless, for joining us in this. We hope to see your team dominate continuously.
We hope to see you in playoffs. Honestly,
yeah,
I think you guys might have a chance now.
Yep, you've caught a new fan when it comes to Dive.
Thank you.
Yeah, keep it up.
We will.
All right. Thank you, Flawless.
Mm-hmm.
You're free to leave. Okay, he's gone. So that was the match.
Yeah.
A thriller. I always cast thrillers. Don't ask me why.
It's just the essence of what you are.
It's just me being there. But that was a great match, a really close match. So many different things that you could talk about. And Guangzhou just barely edges that out. So I mean, Guangzhou, now they have that chance at playoffs, and Hanamura isn't. Are they eliminated yet, Akre? You did a whole segment on this.
Oh.
Okay. Okay, so I mean, they're not eliminated yet because of Hangzhou and Goats only, but they're still able to get in, and they might make improvements. Do they? I'm pretty sure they still have a week left in the signing period.
Yes,
so,
there's 1 week left.
Yeah, 1 week left. So they still have time to make improvements. But Guangzhou, I mean, they looked a lot better this match. So
I think
it'll be interesting to see where these two teams go, really, and how far they can make it in playoffs.
I think when related to final thoughts, I think if I was Hanamura, I'd want to focus on my core. Focus on making them realize when to win the team fight, when to go out of the team fight, when to use ult, or just making sure you finish people off.
I agree. All right, so thank you for tuning in. Be sure to hit that red subscribe button as well as turn on notifications.
Yeah, make sure Twitch Prime right in the chat box.
Okay. Thanks for tuning in.